Hello, I'm going to do a video on some movies that I've watched recently and give you an update on them. Let's start with India. I just finished watching A Suitable Boy. I think it was by the BBC. It's based on Vikram Seth's novel. It's such a long novel. It's longer than War and Peace. It's 1,500 pages. It's set in a fictionalized city after the partition in 1947, but it's based on some real events. It's about a girl, Lata, who has to choose between a few different men and what she goes through, and it was very lovely. It slowed down a bit, I thought, in the fourth episode, but picks up again. It's very much worth watching. The novel is probably the best one to ever come out of India, and so it's raved about there. I highly recommend you watch that. A real movie that came out of India that I really liked is called Made in India. And it's based on some clothes makers, and they go out of business and they try to come back, and they do. And it's very worth watching. I really enjoyed it. I really like Indian movies, but this one was especially well done. And by the way, in A Suitable Boy, it stars Taboo as one of the singers. She's really lovely. There was another actress, but I can't remember her name, and she was excellent too. While we're on the issue of India, I think it's worth mentioning, I didn't know this, I only learned of it from Malcolm Gladwell's podcast. The famine in Bengal was brought upon largely by Churchill's what I refer to as racist ideology, and I highly recommend you do some research into this. I didn't know this. I was always taught Churchill was such a great man. I'm learning now that he wasn't, so I just recommend you do that. And as an aside, I bumped into a man from Sri Lanka the other day, and he told me that the Queen's jewels that everyone raves about, they were stolen from India. I'm trying to do some research on that. There's a little debate whether it was stolen or given, but I kind of lean towards the fact that they were stolen, and I think it's high time that India gave them back. But that's just my comment. Another true movie was called 6 Minutes to Midnight, starring Judi Dench as a headmistress. It was very well done, based on a true story, about some German girls who were being educated in England just before the war. That was very well done. A fictionalized movie is called Shadow in the Cloud. Kind of good. I didn't really buy it, but it was very interesting. Another true movie is A Girl in Mogadishu. I thought this was very well done, about the issue that I was made aware of from Christopher Hitchens about mutilation of girls. It's an issue that I wish would go away, but I guess traditions are hard to break, and this seems to be hard to end. But this girl did a very good job of doing it. Another movie that's true is called The Dissident, about Jamal Khashoggi. I wish everyone would watch this. It will outrage you, it'll make you angry, but it's worth watching. And another one is called The Monopoly of Violence. It was a little dry, hard to get through, but there was lots of information given about things we should all read and be aware of. And I'll let them explain it, but it's very much worth watching. Just go into it knowing there's going to be some parts that are hard to keep up with. But I learned a lot from it, and I think it's something everyone should listen to and watch. Okay, so that's it for now. One other one is Kajillionaire. I didn't like it, but for those who might want to watch it, it's got some good actors in it. So that's it. Okay, bye-bye.